Hey YouTube, this is Dustin here again from uBuyFirst, and I wanted to announce to all of our current users and those of you who were not using or considering using uBuyFirst to find newly listed buy it now deals on eBay about a new feature that we're finished in beta with and will be released later on this week. We're really excited about it. It's something that's had a lot of demand and requests from our users as well as myself. It's something that I think will be really important to those serious power buyers who are trying to gain an advantage over their competition in buying items on eBay. And this video will give some information on it and kind of serve as a tutorial on how to set it up and use it, as well as to kind of highlight why it's important and useful to have this feature included in the application. So the feature is going to be some filters and some rules that you're able to apply different highlighting colors to different return values for the items that you're looking at to help you make a faster, more comprehensive purchasing decision in less time. It'll also help you to make less costly mistakes when you're purchasing. When these newly listed items are posted, you could see something and not read one tiny variable that you wouldn't have purchased otherwise because you're afraid that competition is going to be right behind you if you don't purchase it. And sometimes you have that habit of getting ahead of yourself and maybe not seeing something that was in your decision making process, and this rule set is going to be able to help you identify those things on the user interface in an automatic way. In addition, it's going to be able to help you filter out listings that you don't want to see, that kind of soak up some of your time and attention to items that you just know there's some rule sets you can create on the listings that are returned that you don't want to see back. So to get to this feature, you're going to click on the filter icon over here just to the left of the eBay icon, and it'll pop up. And maximize it, and I have some already set up, and I think the best way to go over this new tool is to apply it to a category and items that I'm familiar with and give some examples, and with the hopes that you'll be able to kind of get a good feel for what this new feature has the ability to do and apply it to whatever category or product it is that you're purchasing. So I'll go over these fields. The first is the action, and these are the actions you're going to be able to take if a rule criteria is met. You'll be able to highlight an individual cell, highlight a row, hide a row, or disable the filter, meaning you could create it, and if you kind of have some rules that you toggle back and forth between, you can just disable it without having to delete it and recreate it at a later time. Before I go further on it, I just want to remind of the other feature that ties in with this as far as highlighting a cell. When you highlight a cell, under the property column is going to be all the available fields that you're able to filter by. And as you can see here, these ones that say 9355 next to them, these are category specific ones for cell phones and smartphones. And every user using uBuyFirst has the ability to bring in those fields and not just see standard fields, the title, the price, the shipping method, things of that nature that are directly related to the product that they're trying to purchase. And that's set up over here under the specifics. You put in the actual category ID, hit get specifics, it'll bring back all the item specifics for that category, and you would select the individual ones that you want to see, shown down here below. And once you've done that, you're going to be able to bring them into the main user interface, where here I have model and carrier, where those are important things, where there's, let's see here, You know, in S3, I'm looking for Galaxy S3, but here's one on Verizon, here's one on AT&T. Well, I want to be able to see that. That obviously makes a difference as far as pricing goes and resale value and whatnot. So outside of that feature explanation there, with the filters feature, you're going to be able to not just sort by individual standard fields, but be able to sort by the fields that make the most sense for you to be filtering by, the individual item specs for product in your category. So for this rule, I'm going to highlight the cell F for, you can do all keywords or just one specific one. I'm going to do just the iPhone 5. If the model contains, and you can do more than one value, but here under condition you can do contains, not equals, equals, or not equals. I'm going to do contains 5S, comma, 5C, which basically means if it has 5S or 5C, I want to highlight that cell color, this purple color. The rule's enabled. I'll click apply, click OK. I should be able to find some here. Might not have gone far enough back to find a listing that one would apply to. I'll do that now. So where this is while it's loading up, if I type in iPhone 5, eBay's algorithm sometimes will show models that aren't iPhone 5, and that can be a problem. Where you can see here from my term iPhone 5, it brought one back that has the model as an iPhone 5C. Well, I might be buying iPhone 5C, but the whole price point is completely different, and I want to be able to see that. It could easily be a problem if you've got, if you're searching for like a 5C and an iPhone 5 comes up, because the price will be significantly lower if it was an iPhone 5, and you could be tempted to click on it quickly and purchase it, and not until a later point in time figure out that it was actually an iPhone 5 that you had purchased. So I had that black. I want to change that to this pink color. And there we go. We can see it. Other standard ones that you would be able to use and could be used in your purchasing, say if the quantity is more than one. I already have that one created, so I'm going to highlight that cell if that happens and turn it green. That's important if you have more than one, because when you go to the checkout page, you'll know that there's more than one available, and you can make a decision easily. It's a lot easier to see when not all the cells are the same color. I'm seeing over here under quantity everything that has a quantity of greater than one now. Couple other ones that I had set up. Some users say, well, I want to see all the items, but there's this rule where I don't want to buy anything from another country, even if it's listed on eBay.com. So a seller in, say, Canada will list their item and say that it ships to the United States. What's going to show up on eBay.com, and they don't want to buy anything from international with customs issues, the returns, just overall their chances of resolving a problem, if there is one, is much less than if they just buy it from something here domestically, and they'll have their cash out as long. You could create a rule, you know, that to actually filter out all items from a country that are not from the United States. Other ones that you might be able to do, you could highlight if someone's feedback rating was less than 95%. You'd be able to see that as well. So these are just all some of the rules that you can create based off some of the standard fields, as well as the item specifics for your category, that can really help identify immediately in your face when a new listing is posted visually, to be able to know, hey, there's a highlighted cell here, this is something that's important to me, and do it in whatever color. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, or comment, and check out our website.